Imagine a perfectly ordinary morning. You wake up, sit down in your chair, and the watch on your wrist automatically checks your blood pressure. Just seconds later, that information is sent straight to your doctor. If something looks unusual, your doctor gives you a call right away. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This is the picture of reality that's already beginning to unfold, thanks to the latest technologies in blood pressure management. High blood pressure has long been called the silent killer. Millions of Americans over the age of 50 live with it, often without realizing it, until a sudden event like a stroke or a heart attack changes everything. But here's the good news. The world of medicine is entering a new era. An era where technology doesn't just measure blood pressure, but also predicts, alerts, and even supports treatment in ways we've never seen before. In today's video, we're going to explore together the future of blood pressure management technologies, from smart wearables and telemedicine to artificial intelligence to breakthrough drugs and devices. All of them promise to bring us a healthier, longer, and less stressful life. If you think about it, almost all of us today know someone, a relative or a friend, who is dealing with high blood pressure. According to the World Health Organization, more than 1.3 billion people worldwide are affected. In the United States, the estimate is that nearly half of all adults live with high blood pressure, and the majority of them don't even know they have this silent killer. This brings us to the first big issue: lack of awareness and early detection. High blood pressure often produces no clear symptoms. A person may feel completely normal until a stroke or a heart attack suddenly strikes. Our current healthcare system, which largely relies on occasional checkups once every few months or even years, simply isn't designed to catch something this silent and this unpredictable. The second challenge is treatment adherence. Even after being diagnosed, many people struggle to stick with lifestyle changes or take their medication consistently. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes it feels inconvenient. And sometimes, because they don't feel immediate benefits, they stop altogether. For older adults in particular, remembering to take multiple medications at specific times each day can feel overwhelming. The third challenge is the lack of continuous data. A single blood pressure reading at a doctor's office doesn't tell the whole story. Some patients experience white coat syndrome. Their blood pressure spikes simply from the stress of being in a clinic. Others have readings that look fine in the office, but are dangerously high at home. Without daily or continuous tracking, doctors are left making decisions with only fragments of the bigger picture. And finally, we must acknowledge the social and financial burden. High blood pressure is a leading cause of stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure, conditions that not only impact quality of life, but also place a huge strain on families and the healthcare system. All of these challenges highlight why technology has entered the field. From smart wearables to telemedicine to artificial intelligence, these innovations aim to fill the gaps left by traditional care. Technology provides continuous monitoring, personalized insights, and timely interventions. It helps doctors better understand their patients, and, perhaps even more importantly, it empowers patients to take charge of their own health with confidence. When we talk about the future of blood pressure management, one of the clearest and most visible breakthroughs is smart wearable devices. In the past, you could only measure blood pressure at a clinic or if you had a home monitor. Today, monitoring can happen anytime, anywhere, right from a watch on your wrist. Picture this. You're out for your morning walk, and the watch on your wrist isn't just counting steps or tracking your heart rate. It's also measuring your blood pressure. If it detects something unusual, like a sudden spike above a safe level, it can immediately alert you. Some devices can even notify your doctor or a family member. This is especially crucial for people over 50, who are at higher risk for stroke and heart complications. Familiar names like the Apple Watch, Fitbit, and the Omron Heart Guide are paving the way. Their strength isn't just in convenience, but in the ability to record continuous data. Instead of just a handful of isolated numbers, doctors can now see the big picture of your blood pressure trends over weeks or months. With that data, treatment decisions become more accurate and personalized than ever before. To make this real, let me share a story. One of my patients, Mary, a 65-year-old with a history of high blood pressure, disliked frequent hospital visits. Her daughter bought her a smartwatch with blood pressure monitoring. One afternoon, the device detected a dangerous spike and sent an alert. Mary's daughter rushed her to the ER. Doctors discovered she was on the verge of a stroke. Thanks to that tiny device on her wrist, her life was saved. Stories like Mary's aren't rare. Thousands of patients worldwide are benefiting from this technology. It doesn't replace doctors, but it brings doctors closer to patients, even when they're at home, at the market, or traveling. And it's not only for people already living with hypertension. Smart wearables can be powerful tools for prevention. By tracking blood pressure while still healthy, you can spot early warning signs and adjust your lifestyle before a crisis occurs. For anyone entering their 50s, this really can be a protective shield for long-term health. Of course, no technology is perfect. Wearables can have some margin of error, and they aren't a complete substitute for medical-grade blood pressure monitors. But what matters most is this. They give us a sense of control. Instead of waiting for numbers at a clinic, we can all become active guardians of our own health. That's why smart wearables are being seen as the first bridge between traditional medicine and the digital future of blood pressure management. If smart wearables allow you to track your blood pressure anywhere, telemedicine is the bridge that allows your doctor to stay connected with you, even when you're not physically at the clinic. The COVID-19 pandemic completely changed the way the world approaches healthcare. In just a few short years, millions of people became comfortable talking to their doctors over video calls, sending test results through apps, and receiving prescriptions electronically. For people over 50, especially those with chronic conditions like hypertension, telemedicine has been nothing short of a lifeline. Instead of arranging an appointment, driving across town, and waiting for hours in a crowded clinic, you can now simply open your phone or tablet. Your doctor can see you, hear your concerns, and, most importantly, access your home blood pressure readings. These continuous measurements allow doctors to make far more accurate decisions compared to a handful of random readings taken in an office. Consider this scenario. A 72-year-old patient living in a rural area more than an hour away from the nearest clinic. In the past, adjusting his medication could mean losing an entire day to travel. Today, with just a few clicks, he can connect with his doctor, share his blood pressure log from home, and receive an updated prescription in minutes. That doesn't just save time, it reduces stress, which in itself can help keep blood pressure under control. But telemedicine goes beyond seeing the doctor remotely. It opens the door to proactive health management. Many U.S. healthcare systems are now integrating apps that provide lifestyle coaching, medication reminders, and adherence tracking. In other words, you don't just talk to your doctor when something goes wrong. You have a constant companion helping you stay on track day by day. Of course, there are challenges. Not everyone is tech-savvy. Internet access can still be unreliable in some communities, and some people miss the reassurance of face-to-face interaction with their doctor. But as the technology improves, telemedicine is becoming easier, more user-friendly, and more accessible, especially for older adults. The most encouraging part is this. Telemedicine doesn't take away the human element of care. On the contrary, it brings doctors closer to their patients' daily lives. And that is the essence of technology in healthcare, not to replace compassion, but to extend it in new and powerful ways. If smart wearables are the eyes that let us see continuous blood pressure numbers, then artificial intelligence, AI, is the brain that analyzes those numbers and transforms them into meaningful predictions for health. Think about this. Every day, a smartwatch can collect hundreds of data points: heart rate, sleep cycles, activity levels, and of course, blood pressure. For a single doctor, it's impossible to review and interpret every tiny piece of that information. But for AI, it's second nature. These systems can process millions of data points from thousands of patients in just seconds. That opens up an entirely new era: predictive healthcare. Instead of waiting until you actually experience high blood pressure, a stroke, or heart failure, AI can detect the earliest signs. For example, recent studies show that AI can analyze subtle patterns in blood pressure fluctuations alongside sleep data to predict whether you're at risk of a dangerous spike within the next 48 hours. That means you can be warned before a crisis and take action to prevent it. Another powerful use of AI is personalized treatment. Today, many people with high blood pressure receive the same types of medication, often at standard dosages. But bodies respond differently. Some patients see good results, while others experience little benefit, or even side effects. AI, trained on data from millions of patients, can help recommend the right medication, at the right dose, at the right time of day for each individual. Let me share an example. James, a 70-year-old man, had been on blood pressure medications for over a decade, but he frequently complained of dizziness and trouble sleeping. An AI system reviewed his health records, lifestyle patterns, activity levels, and even genetic factors. The analysis suggested switching him to a different medication and adjusting the timing to mornings instead of evenings. Within weeks, James's blood pressure stabilized, his side effects decreased, and his quality of life dramatically improved. This illustrates an important truth. AI doesn't replace doctors. It empowers them. It acts like a tireless assistant, scanning mountains of data, spotting trends humans might miss, and whispering in the doctor's ear, "Pay attention to this patient. The risk is rising." Of course, AI raises big questions. Where will all this health data be stored? Who will have access to it? How can we prevent misuse? These are serious challenges that society must address. But if implemented responsibly, AI can serve as a silent guardian of health, always watching, always ready to warn, long before danger knocks on your door. Thanks to AI, the future of blood pressure management won't just be about tracking numbers. It will be about predicting risks and preventing problems before they begin. Alongside wearables and artificial intelligence, another promising direction in the future of blood pressure management is next-generation drugs and medical devices. In the past, treatment almost always centered on daily medications. But science is moving forward toward solutions that are smarter, safer, and more personalized. First, let's talk about smart drugs. Researchers are developing pills that can release their active ingredients slowly and steadily, exactly when the body needs them most. This helps keep blood pressure stable throughout the day and reduces the risks tied to missed doses or wrong timing, common issues that cause dangerous blood pressure fluctuations. Some experimental pills even include microchips that can send signals to a smartphone or a doctor, confirming whether a patient has taken their medication properly. Next are renal denervation devices, a breakthrough that has generated significant excitement. This procedure uses radio waves or ultrasound to disrupt nerve signals traveling between the kidneys and the brain, signals that play a major role in controlling blood pressure. For patients who don't respond well to medications, this procedure can deliver long-term blood pressure reduction, sometimes after a single treatment. In clinical trials, patients have shown sustained improvements lasting months, and in some cases years. Then there are implantable sensors, tiny chips, no larger than a grain of rice, placed in blood vessels or under the skin. These devices continuously measure blood pressure and wirelessly transmit the data to mobile devices or healthcare providers. Imagine the difference. Instead of occasional snapshots from a home monitor, doctors could have a 24/7 live feed of your blood pressure. This could fundamentally transform how hypertension is monitored and managed. And finally, we must mention gene therapy, still in its early stages, but with enormous potential. The idea is to alter or switch off certain genes that influence blood pressure regulation. If successful, this could provide long-lasting, perhaps even permanent relief from hypertension for some patients. While still experimental, gene therapy represents a bold step toward treating the root causes of high blood pressure, not just the symptoms. The common thread across all these advances is clear. They aim not only to control blood pressure more effectively, but also to do so in ways that are more sustainable and more individualized. In the future, managing hypertension may no longer mean a lifetime of strict routines and constant worry. It could become a proactive, tailored, and far less burdensome journey. One of the most important factors in managing blood pressure isn't medication or medical devices. It's daily lifestyle choices: diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management. But let's be honest, maintaining healthy habits isn't always easy, especially as we get older. This is where digital lifestyle coaching comes in. Today, there are countless apps designed specifically for people living with high blood pressure. These apps go far beyond simple reminder notes. They function more like a personal coach in your pocket. They remind you to take your medication on time, suggest heart-healthy meal options, or recommend light exercises tailored to your age and condition. Some even use gamification, turning health into a game. For example, you might earn points for reaching 5,000 steps in a day, or for tracking your blood pressure consistently for a week. You can even level up as you achieve your goals, creating a sense of fun and motivation. For many older adults, this transforms what once felt like a chore into something engaging and enjoyable. Beyond that, digital coaching also connects you with online communities. You're no longer alone in your journey to control blood pressure. Instead, you join thousands of people facing the same challenges, sharing tips and encouraging one another daily. Many patients have said that it was this sense of community, the cheers, the encouragement, that helped them stay committed to lifestyle changes they once thought impossible. Take David, for instance, a 68-year-old from Texas. He had tried and failed many times to stick with exercise. But after joining a coaching app with a community feature, he began sharing photos of his daily walks. Each time, he received dozens of encouraging comments from people he had never met. Feeling both supported and accountable, he kept going. A year later, his blood pressure had dropped significantly, and he credits the online community with changing his life. The greatest strength of digital lifestyle coaching is its personalization. By using data from your wearables and your daily routines, the app can adapt your plan. For example, if it notices you're consistently not getting enough sleep, it might prioritize sleep improvement before adding more exercise goals. In short, this technology doesn't just monitor you, it coaches and partners with you. And with the blend of motivation, personalization, and community, digital lifestyle coaching is quickly becoming an essential piece of the future of blood pressure management. While technology offers many promises for blood pressure management, we also have to face the real challenges it brings. No advancement is flawless, especially when it comes to human health. The first challenge is data privacy. When wearables, mobile apps, or AI systems collect personal data such as blood pressure, heart rate, and sleep habits, the pressing question becomes, where is that information stored, who has access to it, and could it be misused? Many older adults worry that their health data could be sold to insurance companies or commercial entities. This is a valid concern, and the healthcare industry must ensure strong protections for privacy. The second challenge is cost. Not everyone can easily spend hundreds of dollars on a smartwatch or pay for premium telemedicine services. In rural areas, where income may be limited, access to new technology is still a significant barrier. Without support from insurance or government programs, there's a risk that healthcare inequality will only deepen. The third challenge is accessibility and usability. For many older adults, technology still feels complex and intimidating. Not everyone is comfortable installing apps, syncing Bluetooth devices, or uploading data to the cloud. Some people even feel uneasy about machines replacing human contact with their doctor. That's why, alongside innovation, we need user-friendly training and support systems that help seniors feel confident using these tools. And finally, there's a human question. Can technology ever truly replace compassion? Many patients don't just need numbers, They need reassurance, a listening ear, and the warmth of human connection. Technology can alert, predict, and remind, but it cannot put a hand on your shoulder, look into your eyes, and say, "I understand. I'm here for you." So, as we step into this new era of blood pressure management, balance is key. Harness the power of technology, but never lose the humanity at the heart of healthcare. Let's imagine a day not too far from now. You wake up in the morning, and the moment you lift your arm out of bed, your smartwatch records your heart rate and blood pressure. Instantly, that information is sent to your health app, where artificial intelligence analyzes it and gently suggests, "Start your day with a short breathing exercise." You head to the kitchen. Your phone gives you a friendly reminder. Don't forget a glass of warm water before breakfast. It helps regulate blood pressure. While you enjoy your meal, the app notifies you, "Your blood pressure is stable. Remember to keep your afternoon walk." These reminders don't feel like orders. They feel like a quiet companion who genuinely cares. In the afternoon, as you stroll through the park, AI tracks your steps and congratulates you. Goal achieved. 5,000 steps today. If your blood pressure happens to rise slightly, the system automatically sends an alert to your doctor. Later that same day, your doctor might start a quick video call to check in, adjust medication, or offer advice, all within minutes, without waiting weeks for an appointment. Technology here is not just monitoring, it's providing peace of mind. No more living in fear of sudden numbers or surprise spikes. Instead, you know there's a safety net working around you 24/7, from wearables that track to AI that analyzes, to doctors who can intervene promptly. And this vision isn't distant science fiction. Every year we see new devices, smarter apps, and stronger connections between patients and providers. The future of blood pressure management isn't just about treating illness. It's about helping people live healthier, fuller, and calmer lives. We've just taken a journey together through smart wearables, telemedicine, artificial intelligence, and next-generation drugs and devices. Each of these innovations is shaping a future where managing blood pressure is no longer a burden, but instead becomes a natural, effortless part of daily life. The most important message I want to leave with you today is this: that future is already beginning right now. We don't need to wait 10 or 20 years. These technologies are already around us, in our watches, in our phones, and in the way doctors are connecting with patients. And the sooner we embrace them, the sooner we step into that healthier future. I believe each advancement doesn't just help us manage numbers on a screen. It brings us peace of mind, confidence, and the hope of living longer, healthier years. Because in the end, we don't just want to live longer, we want to live better, with energy, joy, and precious time shared with our families and friends. If you found this video helpful, I'd be so grateful if you would hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the Health Bloom Path channel, where I'll continue to share the latest health knowledge, especially for those of us over 50. Together, let's build a future of proactive, heart-healthy living, where technology and human compassion work hand in hand, so that you can enjoy not only more years of life, but more life in every year.